everyone, welcome to Rockshire Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Eternal Empire expansion for Zombicide White Death. This is the campaign expansion for the game, so we're going to take a look at all the different components and everything for that. Try not to be spoilery with it, but we're going to take a look at most everything in the box. Did get this through the Kickstarter campaign, I believe, with this one. The box itself, nothing inside of it is different than if you went to retail and purchased it that way. However, with the Kickstarter, we do get this additional pack right here of characters that were exclusive to the Kickstarter when you bought this with it. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that today. If you have been enjoying our unboxing series of Zombicide White Death, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all those different things. Let me know down below if you have already started playing this, because again, it's been a while since I got the game in. This expansion retail has been around for quite a while. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the cover right there. So all our different, there's all of our different characters right there, all the various zombie hordes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the box. We got some new stuff in here from regular Zombicide. It says, for centuries, the unending wall. Again, if you watched any of the videos we did covering this on Kickstarter, you know that I cannot pronounce a name in this whole campaign. So there's that. The wall borders the Eternal Empire, was considered the edge of the world. None but its citizens could pass its gates, keeping safe a well-hidden secret. Beyond lay a mystical source of power called Chi, allowing warriors and wizards to perform godlike feats. Word of this incredible new power spread across the land. The necromancers paid attention and traveled to the Empire once foreigners were allowed entry. Ingratiating themselves within the nobility, they took advantage of the Secession War following the Emperor's death, allowing the Black Plague to infiltrate. Facing the end of everything, the Eternal Empire, once thought immortal and unconquerable, has fallen to ruin, and yet hope springs eternal, and the last masters of Chi fight on to suppress the zombie hordes. They seek any help they can find. Will you be the ones to answer the call? The font on this is really weird, so it just, yeah, the words don't look like words. Regular letters don't look like regular letters. Alright, so this is going to be all of our game components and everything right there. Like I said, this is the first expansion to the game. We're going to be doing other videos coming up soon on the other expansions to the game, so be on the lookout for all of that. But we're going to go ahead and get this box opened right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and take off all this plastic right here. So there, we've got some more stuff back here. There we go. Alright, so that is going to be that, and woo! There we go. So let's go ahead and open her up. And we've got the box cover there without any shine on there, so you guys can actually see it. We've got, it says replacement cards. Yeah, not sure what these were necessarily for. Can't remember if there wasn't any kind of update saying some issue with cards or anything like that. But we'll go ahead and take a look at the rules and quests right here. So we have our game components. We got 6 new survivors, not counting the 2 in the other box. 6 White Death survivor cards right here. So I think these are the Chi versions of the ones in the core box. That's what I'm assuming. Let's see, we've got that. We've got 141 mini cards, so there's all of our different cards. 56 zombie cards, and we're gonna have 8 Warden Brutes and 1 God Eater Abomination, different objective cards, campaign sheet, notepad, all of that stuff. So we got the Dark Path Immortality, new survivors, got the rules for Chi, so it's going to have all of that stuff in there. New action meditation, so advanced equipment cards, all through there. It looks like you can kind of tell right here on this page. We'll take a look at it more in a minute. but the equipment cards do look different this time around. So we got that. Let's see. Using Chi to recast an enchantment, advanced zombie rules, KO and RIP rules. Bridges, ice zones, orange zombie spawn token. Right there. So this is basically all the different things having to do with the game. Oh, we got quests right here. So we got quest 1, Weapons of Wonder. So there is our various quests. We've got note cards, it looks like. There, Origin of Mind. So these are all of our different quests. We're not going to go through each one of them, because again, we have no context for them at the moment. So it looks like it's going to give us another 10, 10 cards. And why is that bent weirdly? Okay. And an epilogue right there. New skills, credits, and game round summary right there. My book got bent somehow, but that's okay. So we got that, and I'm gonna glance at these replacement cards really fast just to see if I can glean what these are. It says this pack contains corrected replacements for the following objective cards: Quest 1, number 6, The Lost Battle; Quest 8, number 5, Oracle Statue. Please replace the cards mentioned above with the corrected cards found in this pack. So this must have been some change after they had everything printed that they decided there was an error or some sort that they had to fix. So that's what those are going to be. So we'll put those down here. That way I don't confuse them. That way we're doing the unboxing, I can just grab the cards I need that we're going to look at, and I'll replace those later. I'm not going to worry about it now because I will get it all confused now. So we got a couple of new tiles right here. So there's our, I didn't see it before, but that must be the bend in our what am I trying to say? Battlements wall right there. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. Weep. All right. Alrighty. Come on. All the packaging is fighting me today. Alright, there we go. Right there. Whoa. Let's throw that over there. Alright, so we've got our battlement that way, and we got the bridge here, it looks like. And then we've got this piece here, and then another bridge, and then this with another bridge, yep, right there, and iciness here, and then there's the other battlement that I was looking for. So we got that and that. So that is what all of our tiles are going to look like. And then we've got our, I usually have this over here, don't I, for components. All right, so got our, our Chi tokens right here. And then we've got our orange spawn token right here. So spawn token number 5, orange. Not much on that. We've got our campaign notepad here, and there is plenty. Usually I'm a person who, because of the fact I don't want to mess with this book, I don't know why, but I would make a copy of this and use it. But there's enough of this here I don't think you need to necessarily make copies. You can if you want, but there's that. So that's what that looks like. And then let's go ahead and take off. Let's see, we'll look at this real quick first down here. And then these are all sorts of different cards. So we'll take a look at maybe Quest 1. So the way these are designed, we'll take a look at these in a second. They got them slightly confused here. But the way these are designed is they have random notes on here for stuff, but you've got note 1, but in the top corner up here, I don't know if you can see that because my one camera is a little blurry, but there is a Q1. I'm assuming this is Quest 1 cards right here. Actually, before we get into the Quest cards, we'll take a look at these cards right here. These are the new heroes, so we'll take a look at those. Let's see here. Alright, so we got that going there. Alright, so these are our new characters. So they've got Fingbo right here, and you can see that there's a symbol on there just below the portrait in the blue area where it has like the chi skills there, and then you've got Giant Rui. So again, my very poor pronunciation. Xing Yang right there. Oh, there's information on chi stuff on the back there too. And then you've got Xiao. And then Zishin. And then Ying Ying right here. And then you get into the actual characters from the core game. So, yeah, you got, let's see here. Yeah, so you got that right there is that side. And then this side adds in like the chi information there. So yeah, you basically would want to use these if you're going to use the chi components to the game. Whereas if not, then you would use the character cards that came with the core set. And again, I cannot remember. I'm assuming most of the characters in the stretch goal box are going to be the same way. So there's that. All right, so there is that right there. So those are our characters. We'll put those back right there. And then let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the Quest 1 cards. I'll glance through them before I show them off on camera just to make sure that they're not too spoilery. All right, so we do have where it says Note 1, Note 2, Note 3, Note 4, Note 5, 6, 7, and then all these different things here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at Note 1. So that is an example of what one of these note cards does look like on the other side. There's that. And again, I don't want to necessarily go through all these different cards because of the fact that I feel like I just don't want to give too many spoilers. There is what I'm assuming is the first card of the quest objectives and whatnot. So there's that side right there, and then we've got this over here on this side. And again, trying to avoid spoilers. I know some people get upset with me when I don't do tons of spoilers, but again, I'm kind of going through this stuff. I don't necessarily like spoilers. Same thing with movies and stuff like that. I don't like to be spoiled and stuff like that. So even the thing with like games and stuff like that, when it comes to like story components, I kind of want to go through the story myself without necessarily having it spoiled as I'm going through it. So that's all we're going to look at as far as those note cards. That kind of gives you a taste of what they involve there with that. And then let's see, we've got new abominations and stuff like that. Yeah, we got one new abomination over there, some other cards. So go ahead and get this one open. All right, I'm just going to open up this first thing of cards, and this is going to give us our abomination and a bunch of zombie spawn cards. So we've got the God Eater abomination. We'll go ahead and put that up there. So again, mechanic stuff I don't really mind necessarily, but it's the actual story line expansion stuff. Let's see, we got all sorts of different weapons, vault weapons here. Let's see, and then we've got our deck of, I'm gonna glance through this deck of zombie cards real quick and see if there's any runners, walkers. I mean, I'm sure this is balanced in a different way than the regular spawn deck. So yeah, the abominations right here you can see have a little chi effect on their card, so that's why you would want to use these cards with that on there. Necromancer doesn't look like there's anything different on their spawn card. Zombicide. So again, without going through all of the instructions right now, I'm not sure what the difference would be to using this spawn deck rather than the other spawn deck, but here we are. So there's just that. So we're going to put those away right there. We do have our new version of our advanced equipment cards is what these are going to have. So we got the vault weapons, like the wushu sword right here. We got the repeating crossbow, so different stuff like that. Got some more water right here. Got the lance, light sword. Again, these are going to be new versions of standard equipment, which these are, having gone through the other game, these are going to be different starting equipment cards. Blizzard, Emperor's Bow, Gold Dragon. That actually looks pretty cool right there. So that's going to be an advanced vault weapon right there. So that's going to be all of our vault weapons in our starting gear. And then we're going to have the rest of the various weapons here. So, and I think there's some other things on here as well. So these are all of our advanced. Let me see something here. Put those off to the side. Those look like something else. And we're gonna have brew, all that stuff over here. Gonna have more apples. We're gonna have combat shield, crossbow, dagger. So those look like slightly different. Disintegrate, maybe not. Dragon bile, different weapons, advanced weapons, and everything that come with this version of the game. I do see on here though, Hailstorm does have on the bottom where it does have a chi token here with freeze. So again, similar to the normal deck, but a lot of these things do have some kind of a chi component or something having to do with chi on them. So you're not going to necessarily want to mix these up with your other stuff. So, but there is that part of it. And then finally, we've got our chi skill cards, it looks like, right here. All right, and here is one chi card right here. Most of them all say this skill replaces an orange or red skill. It lasts until the end of the game. Choose one to replace an orange or red skill. So this one is just one skill that replaces an orange or a red skill on the bottom. This one, you choose one of them to replace an orange or a red skill in the game right here. And those are going to be all your red-backed ones, all the blue-backed ones, like vault skills and whatnot, I'm assuming, maybe. It kind of does the same thing. Choose one to replace a blue or orange skill. So these must be, not vault, these must be the earlier skills right here. If I remember correctly, and I'm going to go through the book real quick just to verify this one thing. Chi skill cards right here. Chi skill cards are optional. They allow survivors from other core boxes and expansions to swap up to 2 of their skills with Chi-related ones represent training and Chi arts. These cards are perfect to represent Chi training for survivors coming from other Zombicide boxes. So that's what that is. So these, and that's what I thought. I knew there was some component to that. But these are basically cards that, for your Zombicide, Black Plague, and Green Horde characters specifically, to integrate them into this version of the game, especially if you're using the Chi mechanic, that they gain the Chi mechanic in the game. So yeah, that's going to be what that is going to have right there. So yeah, so that's going to be all of that. So we've looked at all the cards and everything for the game. So now we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the miniatures finally, which is the thing a lot of people like to see on here. I'm going to go ahead and cut because for some reason they always tape the, I need to blade this. I always tape the miniature one, not the card one. Alright. So we're going to place that there. So there are our miniatures right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at our heroes. So there's one of our heroes right there. And then there's another. And again, I'm not mentioning, I know there's other games where I definitively know all the different character players. Character players. I don't know why I said that backwards. But you've already seen me try to pronounce all these characters once. I'm not going to do it again. So there is that. So that's a pretty cool one right there. And then this person with the bow staff, or the Dragonlance, I think is what that's called. There's got that. And then we have our what's the name of these brutes again? The Warden Brutes. Warden Brutes. So there's the one model right there. And there is the nope, that's the same model. This one? Is there more than one? That's the other one right there. That's the other Warden Brute. That's pretty cool looking. And then we've got our Abomination right here. This is the God Eater Abomination. It's like looks like an oversized Olympian getting ready to throw a discus like that. And then we've got our cheese statues right here, which are in two different parts. So there is part 1, and there is part 2. And you would just have them on the board initially like this, and then whatever mechanic occurs that, you know, has them fall off. But when the statue is there, that is going to be the size of it compared to an actual figure. So that is that. So that is everything in the main box for Eternal Empire. So with that said, we'll take a look at the expansion box. The expansion box has Hou Yi in it and Chang Yi. So again, I don't remember fully, because it's been 2 years, what the significance of these two characters necessarily were, but and why they went into this box. But these are Kickstarter exclusive to ordering this expansion on Kickstarter. So give me 1 second while I get this box open. There we go. Get the plastic off there. Alright, so this is what those characters look like in the box. Still got a bunch of glare from the plastic in the front, but let's go ahead and take this out. Sorry about the noise. So, and then they've got their cards, which we'll take a look at here in a second. Actually, no, we'll do the cards first. Let's see, come on. Alright, so there is Hou Yi's card right there. And the back of the card. And then Chang Yi. And the back of their card. There, so there are 2 new characters we got. And then we'll have their... So much tape. We'll have their figures right here. Alright, there's that. And then... So there is Chang Yi. And there's our other character there. These are pretty cool. I like these a lot. Nice and detailed. Can't wait to try the campaign mode out. Need to play the actual game first, but we'll definitely try the campaign mode out sooner rather than later. But that is going to be everything in the box for Zombicide White Death Eternal Empire. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed to the channel, and again, comment down below with your favorite mode in this game. Not favorite mode, your favorite character from this game, and whether or not you like the campaign mode or not. The next video we should be doing in this series will be the Ninja Turtle expansion, so be on the lookout for that. Hit the notification bell to know when that video is coming out, or when that video is out. And that is going to be it for me. So this has been Rockshire Gaming. I have been Eric. This has been Eternal Empire expansion for Zombicide White Death, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.